Our second effort, as we build our home for this year, will be to fundraise and be able to address people's salary levels. This is a challenge not for only the board and the executive director, but a challenge for all of us, especially those who work on the fundraising committee, so that they can be able to raise money, one, for us to pay off the mortgage for the home, and two, to ensure that we improve on people's salaries. So this is our pledge for the year, wish for the year, and we need to work towards it. So everyone's effort is needed. Everyone is not getting enough, of course, so don't complain, but how much effort we put together to be able to get these salaries increased. I want also, as I thank the board, to announce that we congratulate all of you for completing the activities as we had planned them. I think there is no donor who is saying we haven't put in the report or we haven't, brought in. So for that also, please clap yourself for to complete the activities, and they are on course from what I get from Farida and Elizabeth. We also need to congratulate ourselves that we have managed to retain most of our donors. And this is DGF, which is still giving us money for another 2 years. It was a 3-year project. We have Freedom Household, which has just renewed a new contract up to April next year. We have Irish Aid. We have Open Society, OSEA. We have Austrian Development Corporation, ADC. Wellsprings. And we have also got a small fund from Different Defenders, which was given by the Irish, to do the women's conference. We are expecting money, at least by next year, from Bread for the World. And I think GIZ is also going to do some capacity building for us. So when we add all this, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 funders. A clap for yourselves and we cannot stop, we need more. As Oliver Twist said, give us some more. We need more to be able to improve on everything we want to do. I want also to announce that we have had clean audits. Congratulations to Programs and Accounts Department. You've not let us down to have problems where they are calling us to appear to defend why we've spent this. Most of the queries were okay. You could answer them, you could give reasons. So thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you, Farida, for leading the team. Thank you for you people who go in the field to account properly, because if you don't, that's where most of the audit queries come from. So thank you very much. For the year we had interns, you must have seen the people who came and left. But at the moment we have one volunteer who is Margaret, and we want to welcome you to the group as a volunteer and to thank you for the work you've done. Volunteering is not easy. You are not paid a salary, but that's where most people start. So thank you. More efforts need to be done, as I've said, to improve on the salaries to get the mortgage done. But our staff have done a lot of good work. But at the same time, we've had people who have been suffered injury. For that, I want to announce Joseph Kasozi had an accident. I don't know whether the director got to know. We want to thank God that he's recovering well. So, Margaret, her mother, we grieve with you, but we want you to be strong and to know that there is a lot waiting for you. God will strengthen you. When it's God who takes and it's the one who gives. So you don't know what's planned for you. Bobby had an accident and fell off the motorbike. So he's not with us today. And I think he will be recovering soon. He's having treatment. And Ambrose, I understand, is not very well. He's here with us. Keep him in your prayers so that he can get better as he goes for treatment. He also had an opportunity for Irish Aid to request us to submit names for people to get scholarship and do masters. This is information for all of you to know. It's not a secret. We recommended Robert and Beatrice to apply. And at the moment, I think Beatrice is still in the race. Beatrice, we hope you manage to get a scholarship and go and study, come back and bring back knowledge. So these are some of the opportunities which we get from our donors. So Beatrice, you have to work very hard to ensure that you remain in the race. So keep her in your prayers. We have a staff who left. Was it one? Malay. He left. And who? And Daniel also left. So in the average, I think it hasn't been a big turnover for our staff. Out of 20-something, to have only 2 staff leaving. Thank you. I want to say that I've been away for almost 2.5 months. And I had delegated Elizabeth to take over the management of that center, assisted by Farida. I want to say that they've done a good job, isn't it? So I said, how can you be away for 2.5 months? I think this is a test that we can survive with the staff and that we have trained our staff to be able to run the center. So the center doesn't rotate on the board or the executive director alone. It's the work of all of you which has made it possible. My role outside is big. As I was in Geneva, I was still talking to funders, I was meeting people, and that also helps us to get more contacts. I still work on the NGO Board Bureau as a board member. I still work as chair of the National Coalition for Human Rights Defenders. And I still fulfill that role. We still have the advisory committee of the APC, which we also have, and our partners. We work with our partners, JEROS, Ugandan Human Rights Commission, SCTV, Defenders, and all that. I know that a lot has been done. Monitoring has improved. We have improved our communication department and legal aid. So thank you very, very much. I want to thank also the people who have been working on that, securing the homes. When you hear the story, you wonder whether we would have got it or not. Stella, Elizabeth, Farida, everybody has put in a lot of discussion and dialogue. So I want to commend the people who took over from me. And when I was in Geneva, I was wondering, Elizabeth told me she's sick. I said, Elizabeth, you need to rest. You cannot just work. That's what it is. Combining all the departments and doing all that, checking the mail and replying to everyone. And in the middle of it, she also felt a bit sick. So pray for Elizabeth to recover. We need her for these clean audits very badly. So when I was in Geneva, I brought Elizabeth and Farida. This is Elizabeth. Thank you so much. What I bought is keeping them in the kitchen. When I was there, they were running in the kitchen. You people open, let them see. When you are in the kitchen, you make sure that you don't burn your fingers, isn't it? Yes. So when you take over from someone, you make sure that you don't burn your fingers. So they used the kitchen and they did not burn the fingers. Farida showed them those When I leave you to do the work, make sure you guard yourself, you don't burn your fingers. They did not shame me by misappropriating the funds. But then look at that one. They actually leaned on you people. They pressed the saucepans here, and you are the ones cautioning what they did. So they have the gloves, and they have you. Yeah? In these padded things, you are supporting them so that the pan will go here. And so I want you to keep the future like that. Don't burn your fingers when the boss leaves you. Yeah? Wear gloves and take everything with the kids' gloves. And also rest on the other people to give you shelter. This is where the pan stands. So thank you very much for taking up that activity. And I want to thank you, all of you, for doing good work. I didn't tell you when I came back, someone from National Coalition told me, hey, the monitors were at your office. They told us we went to the Human Rights Center and everything was in order. Everything was in order. Why don't you go and get ideas from them? And I think the accountant came. And then also, Well Springs, when we went for the monitoring and what, Don Rukale was praising us and said, we excluded some of the rules from Human Rights Center because they are compliant. So a big clap to yourselves and you've done good work. Did I forget Abori? Abori was a bit sick also, but she's here with us, Abori. I hope you recover very well. So everyone, thank you very much. And I want to call on our director to thank you, but I thought I owe you this information for you to understand why the future is going to be a bit hard as we pay the mortgage, yeah? And why we need to fundraise and improve salaries. We can't give excuses that we have a mortgage, we have a mortgage. We need to do side by side to make sure that we improve on people's salary. Madam, my turn.
Thank you very much. Executive Director of Human Rights Center. Thank you all. I want to thank God for bringing us this far. And I'm very happy to be here with you. I'm very grateful for the way the ED has steered Human Rights Center to this level, because there are very, very few organizations who can afford, organizational heads who can afford to be away for 2 months and come back and find this intact. You have a good reputation outside there. I really am very proud of the staff of HRCU. And I would like to add my appreciation. I had somebody who had, I think, been your auditor, saying that you have everything in place. It is always a joy to come to Human Rights Center, because they have got their papers always in place and they are not thieves. It is a very good reputation to keep, and it's not easy, because once you spoil your name, it is very difficult to recover it, whatever you do. I also would like to thank the board members for their diligence, and I thank you for your dedication. You have been a very dedicated staff, and we have been able to do a lot together. And without your support, even the ED could not do much. But it shows your commitment to the organization, that you have been able to uphold the ED, even if she's away, this center has been able to run. And that is how, that also goes to her, because she has trained you so well that everybody knows what he or she is supposed to do. And you've been dedicated that, you know, they say when the cat is away, the rat will play. But you didn't do that. You continued to work, and you worked very well. And we thank you for this. The organization should not be actually upheld by just one person. So you have to have this idea and the commitment to help one another to do the best they can. So that even when you are away, don't make yourself indispensable. Make yourself indispensable, because anything can happen to any of us. So that when you are there, whatever you have built up can grow, will grow because you have left people who are competent. So at this retreat, we look back to what we have been able to do in the last 12 months, and I think we have done very well. And for me, I am very proud that we have a home now. And thanks to your work and to your dedication, we also have, I still have problems getting to the new home, but I'll learn how to get there. So I've been following your activities on WhatsApp, and I've been very, very